Last year, Dangbei, a company most of us had not heard of, came out with a laser projector that shocked us with its affordability and value, outperforming more well-established brands. Now that laser projector was called the Mars Pro. This year, they teased us by telling us they were coming out with a newer version of that laser projector called the Mars Pro 2. I got my review unit in, and sure enough, it had Mars Pro 2 plastered all on it. And just last week, Dangbei decided the Mars Pro 2, which we all knew of and loved, created too much product confusion. So naturally, they renamed it a week before launch to the Dbox02. I didn't even know there was a Dbox01.
We couldn't find the Dbox01.
And all of this is to remove product confusion. In order to help you with this product confusion, I'll be calling this the Mars Pro 2 for the entirety of this review. One of the things the Mars Pro 2 was really touting was the ability to use this projector anywhere you wanted. Not only that, it would be easy to use. Now with this in mind, they sent over their gimbal that was designed specifically for the Mars Pro 2. This has a 360-degree lazy Susan on the bottom, and you can practically tilt this projector at any angle, meaning you can keep your projector in one spot and change where you project the image. Now this has created some very unique movie nights.
What are you guys doing?
Watching a movie on the ceiling.
Of course you are.
Speaking of movie nights, you don't want to miss out on my newest content, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for instant notification. Since this is a lifestyle projector that you might be moving from place to place, ease of setup is paramount. And boy did Dangbei deliver when they gave us the fit to screen option. Just navigate to your projector settings and hit the fit to screen, and it will automatically fit the image onto your screen. It works flawlessly. Although this technology is amazing, it is not without its flaws. It appears Dangbei is doing this all via software, meaning that although the image fits directly in the screen, the projector itself is still sending light to the entire first image, meaning you will get light overspill past the projected image on the screen. Now this probably isn't going to be a problem for those of you using this outside, or even setting this up for 1 or 2 movies. But those of us that want to set this up permanently, you're probably still going to want to go through the thorough, tedious work of placing it in the best location first. Of course, none of this matters unless the projector has good picture quality. Now the Mars Pro 2 supports high dynamic range by utilizing HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG. However, it does not support Dolby Vision. Even so, Dangbei has upgraded the light source to use ALPD. Now ALPD is a laser technology that has the ability to offer a wider color gamut, higher brightness, and more accurate color reproduction. In fact, they claim 2,450 ISO lumens of brightness, which as we all know, is very similar to the 2,600 ISO lumens that the much more expensive Epson 5050 UB claims. And the one thing that I can say for sure is that this projector can be very bright. And although it is very bright, it is also very quiet. I had this right next to my head watching a movie, and the projector fan noise never bothered me. And there are 2 things that I usually hate about projectors that claim high brightness. They sacrifice fan noise and picture quality for that higher brightness setting. So much so that the out-of-the-box experience really suffers, especially for those who don't want to calibrate their projector. Most people. Now I'm happy to report that this does not appear to be the case with the Mars Pro 2. All of their presets are extremely watchable. Yes, the standard and vivid setting white balance shades towards blue, but it's done in a way that it isn't distracting. Add in the fact that the standard setting color errors were actually better than most televisions out of the box, it was quite pleasing to watch. And although I just praised the standard for being pretty color accurate, the vivid was not. Interestingly enough, it did create a very dynamic and vivid picture. And when I invited my friends over that are not necessarily keen on perfect color reproduction, most of them preferred the vivid setting. It seemed to have that right combination of colors and saturations to make the normal picture just look better. But what interested me most was the accuracy of cinema right out of the box. This was so good that those who are going for a perfectly calibrated image shouldn't even need to create a custom setting. It had a gamma of 2.2 and delta errors for color that were right around 3. That's imperceivable to the human eye. However, the white balance still was slightly shifted towards blue, at least using my screen. Even still, this is by far the best non-calibrated image I have ever received from a projector straight out of the box, making this a great buy for those that do not want to calibrate their projector, but want a semi-calibrated image. However, there is a downside to those presets. You cannot make any changes to them at all. Now, if you want to take the sharpness out, you can't do that. Change the white balance or even gamma setting, yeah, that's not possible with the presets. And that's because they are completely locked. For that, you have to use the one custom setting that they give you. The good news is that one custom setting, I was able to get some of the best delta errors I have ever gotten out of a projector, making this also one of the most accurate I have reviewed. And for those that want to try those calibration settings, I'll link them in the description of the video. As the famous saying goes, the devil is in the details. The shadow details. And let's be honest, that is one of the aspects that many of these projectors just really struggle with. The Mars Pro 2 doesn't. In fact, the shadow detail would actually be considered a strength. It might even be one of the best that I've reviewed on a projector. And although I don't know exactly why the shadow detail is so good, I do believe the gamma control has helped. One of the custom presets I made, I used dark gamma setting to get me a gamma of 2.2. Now this typically offers a darker, more theatrical image, but a lot of normal consumers actually prefer a gamma closer to 2.0 or even 1.8. With the Mars Pro 2 just changing the gamma setting from dark to normal or bright, the gamma changed by exactly 0.2, meaning it was very easy to obtain those settings without making any other setting changes. Now, one of the clips I like to test for shadow detail is this clip of Venom. And most of the other projectors I've tested, they struggle with his head in the clouds, kind of merging them into one big image. There's no real delineation of colors. No matter what preset I use, there was clear delineation from the clouds and the head. Now, the same was true for this image in Dune, where it can be very hard to make out this creature. But the picture quality isn't everything on a lifestyle projector. You also want ease of use. Dangbei has done this by using an Android operating system. Since this is a Netflix certified device, you can watch most of your favorite streaming content straight from the projector without the need of a secondary device. I say most because for some reason Plex is not working on it, which is fine as I use one of the two HDMI ports for my NVIDIA Shield and my Zydu Z9X Pro, which allows me to stream my 3D Blu-rays. And this is one of the features I was most excited about on the Mars Pro 2. It was touted to be able to do full 3D Blu-ray frame packing, and this was a huge feature that was missing from the original Mars Pro. Unfortunately, at the time of this review, that part of the Mars Pro 2 isn't working. Now, Dangbei is aware of it and said it should be working by mid-June. Having said that, if this is a feature that you absolutely must have, one that you're counting on, I would hold off on buying it until we see that that is actually implemented. Which reminds me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, and I'll notify you when that happens. I'll also make sure to update this in a pinned comment down below, so check back again if you want to. Now, some of you will be wondering how the gaming performance is. For a casual gamer like me, I didn't notice any lag that kept me from enjoying my games. And gaming on a 110-inch screen is just really fun. Now, overall, I have liked this so much, it has given me the luxury to move my much more expensive Ultimate Thor T60 and Vivid Storm screen into my game room. And I'm now using the Mars Pro 2 exclusively in my theater. Now, do me a favor. Tell me what you think of the Mars Pro 2 in the comment section down below. This is Toyd's DIY Audio, and I'm out.